we say Merry Christmas to you.
Welcome, foolish mortals. Welcome.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, everybody. I don't know where you're joining me from. If you're joining me from Hawaii, Malik Liki Maka to you. And Merry Christmas. Happy halfway to Christmas. I am joined here by Dawn of the Hitchhiking Bones.
Hey, everybody.
And that was just a fun way to join. To kick off the stream tonight, a little Christmas fun. I think the last time I was live, you guys saw the tropical island behind me. And so we have switched for a couple streams. Welcome in to Captain Mickey Mouse. Hello, yes, that is Dawn. The Hitchhiking Bones next to me. Adventure Lee's, welcome in.
Hey.
Heather, Emmy.
Hey there, Emmy.
Enjoyed our chat the other night. It was so much fun. Will the Thriller, hello, hello. Welcome in. So yeah, we're here. I've been dealing with my eyes lately. They're just been stubbornly kind of wonky, wacky doodle, and I am powering through it, hoping that they just clear up and cooperate, you know, a little bit. I Heart Disney, welcome in. Hello.
Yeah, I Heart Disney.
So because of that, I have really concentrated a lot on like official preparation, but I could really talk about Christmas, talk about Christmassy things really anytime.
Hey, Mandy.
Mandy Adams, hello. Mark Langenkamp, welcome in.
Good group. Good group.
So great to have everyone in on a Saturday night. I know it is the weekend. I know there might be other people streaming tonight, but you know, I appreciate coming in for an hour while we talk about Christmas. And I was kind of thinking, you know, I've been in the spirit of having guests on chatting about things, and I thought, okay, well, who do I know that loves Christmas and could probably help talk about things. Mark says, Dean, you appear to be on the blink. Oh, you mean I am a little bit, I'm the good kind of blink. Tina McNeil, hello. Hi, Tina, and Chuck as well. I am a little bit on the blink. In a good way, actually.
That was a good one, Mark. And I assume you're talking about the necklace. I'm not, you know,
hopefully I'm having not having too much technical difficulties. Bear with me one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So
you thought of me. You were thinking
I thought of Dawn.
People. How nice.
So and I, you know, and I've had you on the channel a few times. I'm not sure everyone in the chat may or may not know you, but Dawn is a good friend. She does the Hitchhiking Bones channel along with Will, And Jennifer Caruso, hello.
Jennifer, how are you?
Hope you're doing well, Jennifer. So yeah, and so I've been on Dawn's channel. She's been on my channel. Um, but I had Hitchhiking Bones. If you're not familiar with the Hitchhiking Bones,
Mhm.
you can go to the homepage of my channel, go down to the Friends of the Turkey Legster
Oh,
section, and I have got several channels linked there. Just a handful of people that I've grown closer to, and I know they're wonderful creators. And
oh, thank you.
I'm gonna be reviewing that because I think there's a few other ones I can add. But anyway, Hitchhiking Bones are
Okay,
in there, and you can get to their channel that way.
thank you. Thank you, Dee. That's
And
very sweet.
um, yeah, so June, as you all may or may not, you probably all know this. There's 12 months in the year. December, month number 12, is the month when uh, Christmas occurs. June is the month we are in, and it is
Yeah,
month number 6.
yeah,
So that means we are
yeah.
halfway
Crazy.
through the year,
Yeah,
and we are
yeah, it's crazy
halfway
that we're that close.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And so we are, yes, there are 12 months, Mark. 12 months, and we are
Actually, the
already,
25th will put, the 25th is going to put us not only halfway to Christmas, but also halfway to William's birthday.
that is true, yeah. So,
Because William's birthday is on the 25th.
that is very true, yeah. 25th is also Will's birthday.
Hmm.
And of course, as everyone knows, Christmas stuff goes up well before
Hmm.
December, even into like
Oh, yes, it
November.
does.
Um,
Hmm.
I think the huge kind of uh, point in the year is November the 1st,
Sure.
because it's right after Halloween. Everything's
Hmm.
Halloween until then,
Hmm. Everything
um,
changes over. Yeah.
and then
Well,
everything
most
switches
things.
over.
Yeah. That used to be
Most
an
things.
overnight thing, but they don't do it overnight anymore.
Yeah,
So
of course,
it's
referring
kind of
to Walt Disney World. Of
Walt
course, if
Disney
you're
World.
going, if you're in the stores, sometimes you have aisles that are like Hallow Thankmas for
Right.
a little while. So you've
Right.
still got Thanksgiving,
Exactly.
and um, I am of the until like a couple years, until maybe the last couple years, I was very strictly waiting until the day after Thanksgiving to you know start getting Christmas. Kind of realized that, well, the stores have Christmas stuff out well before that, so you kind of have to, if you want to get the good Christmas, any good Christmas decoration
Hmm.
stuff or the little Christmas trinkets, like I'm
Hmm.
drinking out of my little Christmas thing. This is from Walmart. I've had it for a couple years. It was probably like maybe $1 or $2.
Well, and I would normally, if I'm not at home tonight, I'm visiting family in Tennessee, but I would normally, be all decked out on Christmas too. And because you know how much I love Christmas, Dean, and mine, mine goes up. When I like to start decorating November the 1st, and then just kind of start putting a few things out. And then I like to decorate around like the second week of November. And I like to do that because I have I have like 5 trees. And so I like to give myself a lot of time to enjoy them. And just sit and drink coffee in the mornings and just enjoy turning them on. It gives you longer time to enjoy because all of our houses are prettiest at Christmas, right?
Right. Hmm. Yeah, I would kind of like I haven't done this mostly because I don't really have anywhere that I could do this year round in the house. I've thought about putting up a holiday tree where I decorate all through the year. You know, I have the Christmas decorations in December, then you take those down. You take those down and then maybe have a little box of Happy New Year stuff that you do. You kind of do a quick switch over and you have
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
for,
Yeah.
January, and
Yeah.
then switch to like doing hearts. I have seen
Mm-hmm.
trees for hearts. I have actually seen that
Oh
um,
yeah. Yeah.
idea, and then you get like for like during the summer, you get like lays and put it
Uh-huh.
over for summer, and
That would be
maybe
so
little
cute. Yeah.
pineapples and maybe little
The little pink
sandals and things.
flamingos since you're in
It would really
Florida.
be flamingos,
Yeah.
um,
Be cute.
and then
I have
like
a friend who lived in Florida. She's in Texas now, but she lived in Florida, and she always does a pencil tree in Florida in tropical decorations. It's all has these little pink flamingo ornaments, and it's really
oh
really
cute.
cute. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
I've
is.
I've seen that idea
Mm-hmm.
at a few places, different trees that are different, different decorations. Uh,
We have the parade behind us. Sorry about that.
no worries. Okay, I'm
Oh my
trying
goodness.
to keep track of chat. My eyes are.
I heart Disney. I like your idea. I could, I could really put my tree up a lot earlier. Um, I usually, like I said, but no later than Thanksgiving. I'm with Jennifer on that. No later than Thanksgiving, because if you put it up, if you wait to put it up, then that shortens the length of time that you can enjoy having your house all pretty and decorated. So I like
True.
to enjoy it longer than that.
But then I have a question. What's everyone do after, Christmas and the New Year's? How long do you normally? I think we typically go probably about a week, almost a week
Hmm.
after the New Year before we start taking stuff
Well,
down.
my mom always said it was bad luck to take your Christmas decorations down before New Year's. So when I was little, mother would start, we would start taking our Christmas decorations down like on January the 2nd. After New Year's Day, we would start kind of taking them down and we would get the tree down that week. Now, I have been known to leave mine up longer than that. Sometimes, I know a lot of people that do the 12 days of Christmas and they leave them up for that. But yeah, I sometimes, mine doesn't come down, mine don't come down until, maybe, third week of January. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy them. And it just kind of depends what's going on. When do you take yours down, Dean?
Usually about a week into the new year. Um, Not to be a Scrooge or anything, but usually I've been I'm just kind of ready to kind of leave Christmas. I celebrate it for the
Mhm.
season.
Yeah, yeah.
I do a lot. I'm all about the songs of Christmas, the
Oh,
carols,
yeah, yeah.
um, and
See, I heart Disney. I heart Disney says, Dawn, while everybody is scrambling for last minute gifts and to get decor up, I'm done and enjoying the Christmas season. Exactly. I love to. I shop for Christmas gifts all year long. Like, when I find, I look for Christmas gifts for everybody. If I see something like on sale, I think that would be perfect. And I have an area in my closet where I just put a post-it note with, this one's for William or whatever, and stick it in a closet. And then, I don't have a ton of shopping to do when Christmas gets here, and when everybody's out in the hustle and bustle, I've got my freight propped up, you know, enjoying my tree in front of my fireplace. So, and I love that. I love because otherwise it seems like if you rush to do all that, you miss so much of the season. I think you can really, and then you turn around and it's done, and you think, I just got, it's I don't like to do that. I love to enjoy the season. So
Yeah, I'd like to answer this question here from Adventure Leaves. Speaking of Thanksgiving, Dean, have you heard Matthew West's Gobble Gobble song? We thought of you and your lover. Yes, I have heard that. I do. I like that a lot. So that you guys aren't familiar with that, do a quick little search. I think there's a music video to it. Matthew West's Gobble Gobble, and
like that.
it is
Did you
quite.
have you shared that one, Dave? Have you shared that one?
I have not. I could probably.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know if that was one that you had shared with us, or um,
Epcot Forever. Hi, Jordan. How are you? Okay, let me see if I can. Or can one of my either Jennifer or
oh, hey,
Tina look for that song? It's Matthew West, Gobble Gobble. If you're on a computer, um, look that. Can you look up
I
that
heard of that
music
one.
video and put that link in the chat, please?
Oh, that's funny.
If you're able to do that, Matthew West, Gobble Gobble. And I do think they have a music video for that. But yeah, welcome in, Jordan. Welcome in as long as you can stay. Love it, love it. I almost got down to Disney this past week to run into Jordan, but my silly
Yeah,
eyes are.
yeah, we'll have to definitely. Well, you be careful driving Epcot Forever. But yes, Jennifer had asked if I have a spreadsheet so I don't forget, so I can make my list. And we have 7 grandchildren. So I do keep a spreadsheet. And I always ask the kids, it's really fun. I always ask, because I did this with my sons too. And so with the grandchildren, I've kind of carried on this tradition of telling them you need to send me your Christmas list of what you want, and what I get back is just precious. It'll be like on a sheet of like notebook paper, and a lot of times they'll draw little pictures, and it'll have like Christmas lights. The list that I have gotten back over the years are just precious, and I'm gonna at some point as the kids get older, I'm going to put each grandchild's lists from all the years into a book and give it to them, when they're older, as a Christmas present. They're really precious. So that's something that Jeff and I have always asked our boys to, give us a Christmas list, whether it's on a Post-it note or, whatever. And it's fun to get those. It really is. That's a really neat little tradition that we started with our boys.
Okay, yeah. So Tina found the music video. There you go. There's the link in there. I've got the
Good.
video up here. Here's the thumbnail for
Okay.
Gobble
Okay.
Gobble.
We'll
I
have to
will
watch that
put
one.
that. I will pin a comment in the comment afterward. But Jennifer, no worries. Thanks for joining from the plane. Safe travels.
Oh,
Safe
sorry.
travels.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Jennifer. On the way to Las Vegas. Oh, it's
Oh,
a lost wages. Well,
yeah. That's
safe travels, Jennifer.
probably more accurate. Yeah.
Oh
You
boy, I know. I
enjoy
know.
flight.
Jennifer's
That's
got
a
a couple of streams set up. I've seen the thumbnails. She'll be streaming a couple times, once or twice in Las Vegas, and then I think Jennifer's also making it out to Disneyland. And I think she's got one or two streams from Disneyland. So go visit Jennifer Caruso this week and the next week or so.
Oh,
And
nice. Nice
so that'll be
Disneyland.
a lot of fun. Hopefully, I can make it to Disney World. Y'all pray for my eyes. Pray for my eyes. I'm
Mhm.
just kind of, I've got taking stuff for it. I've seen a couple practitioners to kind of deal with whatever's going on. But anyway, if you guys saw I put up a video this week about
Thank
halfway
you.
to Christmas, and I found this guy this
Oh,
past, it was right after Christmas. He was in the, I forget where you were, Dollar General, I think.
mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was after Christmas,
Oh,
uh,
that's
marked
cute.
down, and it says it got a press here, press.
Oh, cute. Now, yeah. It's just Rudolph is on the blank now too.
We're all blanking.
Oh, dang. Ah, that is so cute, Dane. Ah, that is so cute. It's really cute.
So there he is. I think he was. I think he was maybe like $8. Like that was probably
Oh,
the
he's yeah.
discounted price.
Yeah, so you found him like on the
He
discount,
was
like after
just
Christmas sale.
left on the clearance section, and I decided
Oh,
to.
he found a home.
He found a home. Of course, this was after Christmas. I had actually
Oh, Montgomery Ward. Wow. Yeah, I thought of.
I had actually just put my Christmas like stuff away like the day before. I was kind of right after the new year, but they still had some clearance stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I found him, and he's actually on the bookshelf in my room, so I get a little Rudolph all through the year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's fun. Well, you can find, I find, I really, I haven't just in recent years, but in prior years, I have really done a lot of, oh, hey, Julie, welcome in.
Hi, Julie.
Um,
Welcome
I've
in.
tried to do, a lot of after Christmas shopping because really, so many of the things that I have, my trees, I love to set a pretty table, so I have, Christmas china and things of that nature, and you can get the best deals on that, on those things after Christmas. So that's another thing that I do is try to keep an eye on all of that merch and get if you do inflatables, a lot of times the inflatables are just ridiculously expensive for your yard, and my grandchildren love them. So if you could just get there, those after Christmas sales are really good. It's a good time to buy. So I do that as well and try to try to take inventory, ahead of time. Like in October, I'll go and look at my Christmas paper stash. Make sure that I, have enough Christmas paper, and just try to make lists of things that that I don't or that I need, or things that I don't need that I don't obviously put on the list. But it helps. I try to get ahead of it, and because again, so many times we get so close and we put it off. It's harder when we're working. I realize that it's really a lot harder when you're working, but if you do stretch it out, over the year or, a couple of months, then you just have more time to enjoy the season. Like the last couple of weeks leading up to Christmas, you can, go see Christmas lights and you can do, things and really enjoy the season, and you don't feel as rushed. I've got to get this done. I've got to get that done. Not always possible, but it's the way. The other thing that I've kind of discovered is, especially after my grandchildren got here, is I try to do as much of my cooking, when I know they're going to be there for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or whatever. I try to do a lot of my cooking ahead of time, and just, some of it, recipes that freeze well or whatever. And then, especially like on Christmas morning, I'll do like a brunch casserole, and so I can just stick it in the freezer. In other words, I don't want to be in the kitchen cooking when my grandchildren are there and everybody's there
Right.
enjoying Christmas. So my whole thing is to get it done ahead of time so that I can, spend time with my family. So that's just how I like to do it.
Jane Travels, hello, John and
Oh,
Nancy.
hey, John. How are you,
Also,
John and
hello
Nancy?
to Chris, the Curtis family popped in here. Welcome in, Chris.
Exactly, Jennifer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah.
I was gonna talk about Disney specifically. I know I really love Disney, specifically Walt Disney World.
Hey, Jason.
Oh, Jason Thibodeau, welcome in. Welcome, welcome in. So I personally, I have streamed at Walt Disney World during the Christmas
Mm,
season. So I have
yeah.
looked at the Christmas decorations. Actually, there was one day, this is the day I met up with you and Tina, Dawn. It rained. I don't know if you remember that, but it rained and they didn't have the regular Festival of Fantasy parade. Instead, they had the rainy day cavalcade, which
Hmm.
I had never seen. So I have a
Yeah.
video. I have a video on the channel of the rainy day cavalcade, and I took it in the hub, and so you can actually see the cavalcade coming through the hub and the Christmas decorations, all over on like the lamp posts and everything. So
It's
that was
fun.
kind of fun.
Definitely. Yeah.
Dean, do you have a turkey leg Christmas? I do not yet. I have to devise something or see if someone else came up with something for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Got lots of.
I do have like reindeer ears, but then you don't have the
Oh, thanks.
then you don't have
Oh.
the turkey legs on there as well.
Well, John and Nancy, I am not at home, or I would be. My background would be completely red with the ears, and I have a lot of Christmas spirit jerseys. They knows how much I love Christmas. So, but I'm not at home. I was planning on being home today, but we are in Tennessee visiting friends. So that's why I'm not. That's why my background is not completely red. So, yeah, but that's okay. But it'll, yeah, tune in later as it gets close to Christmas. It'll turn red, believe me.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you,
that'll
Jennifer,
be
by
Christmas. That'll be
the
Christmas.
way. We do
Um,
Christmas. We do Christmas.
um,
This is halfway. Okay, I have a question. Dean, we were talking about this in the green room. Has anybody seen Disney put out anything halfway to Christmas? Or am I thinking it wrong? I usually, they usually do a little something, right? They usually do like maybe a couple of treats, or they'll, but I couldn't find a thing. And maybe, I mean, today's the 21st. Maybe, they're not going to do it until like the 24th and 25th of June. But you know, we did a search and we couldn't find anything
Yeah, we
halfway
were
to
both
Christmas
searching. Yeah,
or halfway to the
and
holidays.
yeah, I
So
saw.
has anybody seen anything? We didn't
Yeah,
see
the,
it.
the the
Didn't find it.
only quick Google search for me was just there were things. There were a couple items from last year, a couple things from last from 2023. Nothing for 2025. So maybe they'll surprise us, and so maybe I'll happen to be down there on the 25th, which would be Wednesday, would be a day that I would be more likely to go because I have my streams on Tuesday and Thursday. Um, but yeah, we'll keep we'll just keep
Kind of
a
keep an eye out for it. I
lookout.
mean, it may happen in the next couple of days. Because they always do some kind of a little nod to Christmas or halfway to the holidays. So they call it halfway to the holidays. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But um, I plan, if everything goes well, I plan on being there sometime in November. Um, so I always look forward to it because of the Christmas decorations. I really like to be there, like October, the last week of October, first week of November. Excuse me. That way, you can you're there for the Halloween decorations and all the fall stuff, and then it'll turn over to the Christmas decorations, and you can see both holidays. I really love to be there, sometime during those 2 weeks, but. And I have been able to do that a couple times, but it's a really good time to go is when they're swapping over from Halloween to Christmas because you get to see all of it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and that's
Oh,
something I'll be able to do this year because I'll have a pass for it is to go maybe the first or second of November
mm-hmm.
to see where the Christmas decorations are up. But now, if you go to Walt Disney throughout the year, there are at least a couple. There's two, I think even three. No, there's about three spots in Walt Disney World that you can get a little Christmas
Mm-hmm.
throughout the year, and you probably
Mm-hmm.
know where I'm talking
That's
about,
true.
Dawn. So
Mm-hmm.
in Magic
True.
Kingdom in Liberty Square, there is the it's the Ye Old Christmas shop,
Mm-hmm.
and that's always Christmas. So you can always
Yes.
go in there, get a little splash of Christmas. I think they have
Mm-hmm.
might have a little like Halloween section as well as when I was there recently, they had a little like Americana patriotic type section as well, but it's most of it's is Christmas, and
Mm-hmm.
that's right in
Mm-hmm.
Liberty Square.
Mm-hmm.
Julie Gerbil, welcome in.
Hey, Julie. Hey.
Um,
I didn't think to go in there and look for like Mickey Americana. I wish I had done that, Dean. That's probably the one place that I didn't look for it. Totally love Mickey Americana, and I did buy a red, white, and blue Mickey Americana T-shirt while I was there, but I didn't look in the old Christmas shop. That's a good tip. I hadn't thought of doing that.
yeah,
Adventures
and
Adventurelys say Disney did not post auditions for Jollywood Nights, so that event
oh, they did
must not
post.
be
They did post.
uh,
I actually
coming
saw
back this
that
year.
they did post
Did they?
for Jollywood Nights.
Oh, I hope so. Because that
So
event seems to
I
get
think I
better
did
every
see.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They did post. Okay. I read it wrong. They did post. Well, they get a little better at that every year. And so we might try that this year. Emmy and Heather, we might do Jollywood Nights this year. I love the getting dressed and trying to, it'd be fun to, figure out something to wear with all the little sparkle to it. It's a lot of fun. I would love to do that. And I think they're improving it. So that would be something I would sure think about for this year. It's hard to get away from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Tina and I have been blessed to go to Mickey's Not So Scary, or not so, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for 2 years in a row now. So it's hard to get away from that one because it's so fantastic. But we might try. We might try the Jollywood Nights because I love that whole idea and the theming and everything for that.
Yeah, I'd like to I'd like to try Jollywood Nights eventually, but I'd like to do the uh, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party
Hmm.
probably before that.
Hmm.
And I don't
Hmm.
know when I'll be able to plan to do that just because of the cost. But you know, anyway, to back to what I was saying, the Ye Old Christmas Shop in Magic Kingdom.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can go in there and see a little Christmas. You can also, if you're at Epcot, the Germany Pavilion, there's a little store in there next to the caramel coochie store, the popcorn uh, store. There's a Christmas section there. That's a really decorated nicely. Um, and then if you're at Disney Springs, towards the end,
Hmm.
um, there's this is over in the I think they call it's the marketplace. That end of it is a marketplace. They have the days of Christmas. Oh, Will, I did see that some one of the sites posted that the sign returned, and I did not notice that wasn't there actually.
Maybe they were
Before
refurbing it,
it
or like
might have been, they might have
redoing it.
been, doing that ahead of the curve.
Mm.
I heard Disney, um, the caramel coochie,
Cucci, Cucci, yeah. Hmm.
coochie, um, where they have the caramel popcorn in
Hmm.
Germany.
Yeah, it's good stuff. There's nothing bad in there. I highly recommend anything from that shop. I think it's Kuche. I think it's Kuche.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
So I see the event release said we love Mickey's
Oh
Very
wow.
Merry in past
Okay.
years. Last year we thought Jollywood
Okay.
Nights was more worth the price than Very Merry. We got to do a lot more overall and had a better experience. Ah, okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
No, well, that's yeah. That's really high praise there. I did. We have been kind of waiting for what is this? The third. This will be the third year for. Is that right, Dean? The third year for Jollywood
I
Nights.
believe this will be, yeah.
We had kind of been
Somebody
waiting.
correct me. I do believe this would be the third year.
Mhm. We had been kind of waiting, for them to improve it. To kind of add some more things, and I think they have. And I'm really glad that they have continued to add things to that because again I absolutely love the idea of it, and was headed out of the park one night when there were guests, there were party goers headed coming in, and the costumes are so clever, that people think up, and they're formal, but yet they're comfortable. It's really I know that Jennifer and Ron came up with some really really cute outfits for that. Everybody that I've seen, that goes in really has come up with some really cute outfits for that, and I love that part of it. So it's really pretty.
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to make sure I do touch on is some things. There's a couple of streams that I am looking forward to bringing to the channel this season.
Mhm.
One I have done the last 2 or 3 years in a row. I've been able to do at least one each season. Is a live stream where I drive around and I look at Christmas lights from my car,
Mhm.
just around where I live. And so I'm looking forward to doing that again this year, at least once. So I will look for that sometime in December. The second or third week of December is usually when I do that. And and so if you're interested in checking out those streams from the past couple years, they are on the channel. And the other stream that I would like to do as a live stream this year, and not just I did a vlog of the Disney Springs. They do the Christmas tree stroll,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
throughout Disney Springs, they have all these themed trees. I want to say they have at least a dozen of them, maybe
Uh-huh.
13 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
But last year, I covered them as a vlog. I would really like to get to Disney Springs to do as a live stream and kind of
Mm-hmm.
stroll
Mm-hmm.
around and
Right. Right.
catch the trees as a live stream. So look for that. I'm going to look to do that this year, and so I'm really excited. I hope I get to do that. And I think they start the trees even in November, so I may try to get there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
even before December because I think
Right.
they were doing they were doing the trees. That would be a fun, um, I think that would be a
It
fun
would be
stream to
fun.
do
Yeah.
as a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I thoroughly enjoyed
Definitely.
putting the vlog together. But,
Mm-hmm.
to do a stream, I can go around and maybe look at the decoration. I mean, look at the, uh, you know, do it. I think I would enjoy it better as a stream. Jennifer, good night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have a good night. Um,
Oh yes.
yes,
Oh
Adventure Lee's
yes. The
Douglas
Douglas
fir.
Douglas fir.
I have seen Douglas fir.
Yes.
I've got there's a short on my channel, either
So
this
cool.
past Christmas or the Christmas before. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. I think I looked for
Yeah.
him a second time during the season. I didn't run into him. The other thing at Disney Springs is they usually have the strolling piano
Uh-huh.
going
I've seen
around,
that. I've seen, yeah.
playing the piano.
That's cool. Yeah.
Um, so that's a lot of fun.
Uh-huh. It is. It is really.
Um,
I've seen the strolling. I've seen the strolling piano. I forget what it's called, but I've seen that one. But I've never seen Douglas fir. I think that's really cool. Douglas fir puts me in mind of uh, Push, the talking trash can, uh, who was at Tomorrowland for years and years and years, and now he's been gone for a while.
yeah,
But
I saw him.
uh,
I remember seeing
yeah,
him once.
yeah, he kind of Douglas fir kind of puts me in mind of him. Neat. Yeah, all that fun stuff. Now I did hear that because of the refurb on uh, Grand Floridian, we will not be getting the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian this year. So mm,
I
that
heard
one's kind of a bummer.
I'd have to review the channel, but I think they said they were going to try to do something
Mm-hmm.
there. I probably won't be
Mm-hmm.
the same what
The
we're used
full,
to, but I think I saw they're going to try to do something at the
yeah.
Grand Floridian. So that would be
Mm-hmm.
fun to see if they can at least, do something, at least,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, maybe put up like the front of it, the front panel or whatever,
Yeah.
so it kind of looks like the
Yeah.
front and do
Something,
some
right.
kind of a scene somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They could probably swing that off at somewhere in the resort. I would
It would be
hope.
interesting to see what they come up with. You know, they're very innovative and very creative over there to see what the chocolatiers can come up with. So yeah, but
Yeah, but that's the other
that's a big one.
yeah. I
That's a good one.
I also made it to the what was the resort I made it to? Was it Boardwalk? I think Boardwalk or the Yacht and Beach Club. I also made it to. They've got Christmas displays.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the
Mm-hmm.
carousel. I think it's a gingerbread
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
carousel. They also
Yeah.
had a really cute like town, miniature
Yep.
town, Christmas town set up. I remember actually I live streamed. I live streamed over there. That was the one day I was over there.
They always do a beautiful job on the carousel at Beach Club. It's really pretty over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
I'm
gorgeous all the time. Every year, it's they
I'm
do it a little bit differently. It's
yeah,
really pretty.
I'm gonna need to do. I want to try to get
Jonathan.
to. Oh, hi, Jonathan. Um, I want to try to get to more of the resorts during Christmas this year. I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and if not a live streams, maybe some. I can get some vlogging in, but maybe even if I can get to that Epcot Resorts area um,
Mm-hmm.
and see. So I'm sorry, guys, my eyes are. Dawn, would you be
Oh,
able to talk to them about keep talking about the resorts while
sure,
I
sure.
for 1 second?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead, Dave. Well, the resorts are so special, at Christmas, and even though we won't have the our usual spectacular gingerbread house that they do at the Grand Floridian, they will do something. I mean, I think the Grand Floridian is going to give us something, so it'll be interesting to see what we get. It might not be as grand a scale as the gingerbread house because they really don't have room for it with the refurb to the lobby, but we'll see what they do. But they have, again, y'all, the one that's really worth, and you can take a launch from the Magic Kingdom and go around to it, which is a lot of fun and very festive to do that. Fort Wilderness, absolutely. Yeah, Heather and Amy took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, the campsites, yes. Y'all, I was thinking of that gorgeous, the tree at Fort Wilderness and the decorations at Fort Wilderness. One year, they even did a gingerbread house over there, in addition to the tree. But it's amazing. Fort Wilderness, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to rent the golf cart and go see all the campsites decorated at Fort Wilderness. It's I've seen other streamers. I think Jeff and Angela have done that before with Does Our Dream, and it's just so much fun. So did the carriage ride? Yeah. Oh, how fun! Oh no, that would be tons of fun. Yeah. Okay, so you can drive or walk. So I would love to. I didn't get to do it last week, but or last year while we were there because I wasn't there for too long. Um, and I had to get home, for Christmas. But yeah, I would love to do that. We were talking about Dane. I called you William. Force of habit.
It's okay.
We were talking. Yeah, we were talking about Fort Wilderness and the
Oh,
campsites.
that's right.
Dang.
They do that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I've seen live streams of that, and that is so much fun.
Yes.
So, yeah. But there's people forget, I think, and for years, guys, uh, Dean, we went to Disney for years before we realized how much there is to see at the resorts and that you can go to the resorts and eat and spend some time there and see those amazing. Now Fort Wilderness, and the other one that is really really special obviously is Animal Kingdom Lodge. um Amazing. But yeah, it's the resorts are beautifully decorated, spectacularly decorated. um, I will have to say, okay, Dane, question. They put up these huge Christmas trees all over the parks. They put up these amazingly decorated themed Christmas trees in the resorts. Which one is your absolute favorite? Tough question, I know.
Oh my goodness.
Uh, Tough question.
Well,
That's a
I've
hard
not.
that.
I mean, I've not seen all the resorts. I'd say the ones that
Mm-hmm,
the one that I.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm talking, yeah, the ones in the parks too, because they think about the animal kingdom, the one they have at Animal Kingdom, the one they have at Epcot. They have some spectacular trees. Magic Kingdoms is so classic, you know.
Yeah, I get. I don't really know. I like. I actually do like the one that they have. They put up in the American Adventure Pavilion because
Hmm.
it's got like all red, white, and blue stuff. It's
Oh
really
yeah,
pretty. That one I
yes,
also like the one
yeah.
they put up in the Polynesian resort.
Hmm.
That one's really pretty.
Yes, it is.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's really hard too because I'm thinking about, the Disney Springs trail, and they always have all those trees. Which one of those trees
Hmm.
do I like? Those are
Hmm.
really hard to decide on,
Hmm.
but I think I do. I don't know. I really like. It's really hard, but I think I'm gonna say right towards the top, if not right at the top, are gonna be the American Adventure tree,
Hmm.
as well as the Polynesian resort tree.
Yeah. Excellent choices. And Tina mentioned the Swan and Dolphin as well, and they have those. I mean, their lobbies are really tall, and they have probably what 30-foot tree, more 30-40-foot tree in those. So don't forget the Swan and Dolphin because they go over at the top too. Uh, Also,
Okay.
Will mentioned something. The one that really tugs at my heart. Will mentioned something about the Osborne family spectacular, lot
Yes.
spectacular. How I miss that. How I miss that. Um,
Yeah,
I went.
I
I
saw
saw it
that.
one time.
I saw that one time too.
I saw it one time, and it was one of William's graduation trips. I want to say he had seen it before. He had been there and seen it before. And we went back with on a trip with some friends. Well, we went back over Christmas. We were there for his birthday, and he said, "Mom," he made it a point. He said, "We have to get to Hollywood Studios for the Osborne family spectacle of lights." And I was just blown away. I can remember that. That was truly special. I agree 100%, Will. It was truly special. The Osborne family spectacle of lights. Now most of those lights and a lot of the the pieces, like the merry-go-round and the angels. There were so many different pieces to that. Went to Give Kids the World Village. They have a lot of that now still. So, but oh yeah, there were people. I've talked to people who said that they went to Disney every year specifically to see that, to see that display. It was in the section of Hollywood
S-
Nights. It was in the City Walk. What was it called? The
The
um,
Streets of
trying to think.
America, I
Streets
think.
of America. Yeah. So yeah, it was it was mesmerizing. It was the prettiest Christmas lights display I've ever seen. It was very, you could stand there in the midst of spectacular lights and it just get emotional. It was just very emotional. I am too, Will. Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I
that's it.
remember.
Yeah.
Um, I remember seeing that. I remember the one year I went.
Yeah.
I remember being amazed by the lights, but I also
Yeah.
remember that was it was like super crowded. And let
Yeah.
me tell you, Dean
Oh,
does
yeah.
not like crowds of
Oh,
people.
yeah.
So I enjoyed it. It was amazing, but I was trying to like not get
Right.
run over by everybody.
Right.
Um, so I mean, if I had,
Oh, yeah.
thought of it, I might have maybe tried to move to the side and see it
Yeah.
from the side, but I just kind of
Yeah.
went through, okay, please don't
Yeah.
don't trample me.
Yeah.
So but yeah,
Yeah.
I can at least say that I did see it.
Yeah. Tina, I need to talk to you. She said, Tina says she has video of Osborne Family Spectacle of Lights. I need to talk to
Oh
you.
wow. I still have the park map, the
Oh,
Hollywood Studios
oh,
that's got the
yeah,
lights on it. I wish if I had thought I would have
yeah,
pulled down
yeah,
the
yeah.
brochure from that.
Hmm.
Um, but I
Yeah.
highlighted this one, the Epcot tree that
Mm. Oh,
eventually say
yes.
we
Yeah.
like the Epcot tree too that has the country themed snow
Hmm.
globes. I'm trying to remember.
Those are really amazing. Those are, yeah.
I'm trying to remember which one that
Yeah.
is. Is that the big one at the front of the showcase?
That's the one. That's the one just as you go into World Showcase. It's that
Okay.
big one there. Yeah, I got a really good look at that. I guess I just really stopped and really looked at that on a live stream that I was doing it while I was there this last December, and it was the first time that I had really gotten a good look, and I thought this is amazing. This because the snow globes are like some of the snow globes are like 2 feet tall. It's because the tree is so big. It's really, yeah, it's really amazing. Sure is. Tina, we'll figure it out. We'll figure
We'll we'll
something
f-
out.
we'll,
Oh,
we'll
I'd love
find a
to. Yeah,
way.
I would. Yeah, we'll find a way. We'll figure. I would love to. Yeah, I'd love to post that. That would be awesome. But yeah, it's golly. I think that one. Of all the things that we miss, that have gone away at Disney, the Osborne Family Spectacle of Lights is always mentioned because it was
Hmm.
extra special. It was extra special. So it was the music too, Dean. That you're standing there and you're looking at all these incredible lights. The music would just get you. You know, very
Yeah.
emotional. Really cool. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, um trying to think what else I was gonna mention on here. So anyway, yeah, the Christmas lights driving stream. I'm
Hmm.
looking to do that again this year, so you can
Fun.
look forward to that. The Disney
Fun.
Springs Christmas tree stroll live stream. I do
Hmm.
want to do that. In addition to
Hmm.
that, I try to talk a couple different themed Let's Talk
Hmm.
Turkeys here on Tuesday nights, where I talk
Yeah.
about usually Christmas treats, um, uh, Christmas lights. Oh, the Christmas lights is the driving stream. Christmas.
Hmm.
You know, different aspects of Christmas.
Yeah.
I'll talk
Yeah.
about Christmas movies and shows, usually on one week. That's a lot of fun. So, by the way, let's like to hear from everybody. What are your favorite
Yeah.
Christmas TV shows, movies around Christmas?
Hmm.
I'll start with mine. Or Dawn, you can start with a couple of your favorites.
Okay. Well, I have for that there a lot of favorites. But as far as movies go, uh, there are several that are go tos for me, and two that I'm gonna watch every year are gonna be. I love the Polar Express, and I also love Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Y'all, look, I'll be watching Christmas Vacation in October. I could quote the script. I just love that movie, Charlie Brown Christmas. Exactly. I know that's going to be
Yep.
one of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff's favorite movie, my husband's favorite, hands down, has got to be um, "It's a Wonderful Life." So, so as far as Christmas movies, but I love the Polar Express. I love Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, there've been there's some really neat ones, but I'm gonna be watching. I just love it. It makes me smile. Christmas Vacation. I love it.
Well, now I'm
Right,
gonna
Tina?
not to shock you too much, Dawn, but I have actually not seen that one. But yes, the Polar Express,
Really? Dang.
uh, the Polar Express and
Okay.
Charlie Brown Christmas are right at the top. I do really like It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I like they have the specials. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I enjoy watching
Yes.
that.
Yes. Absolutely.
The Santa Claus is Coming to Town
Hmm.
special.
Yeah.
The Trying to think what's the other. They put out. I'm trying to think. Trying to think what else. Well, the I know two movies that I really enjoy. Two are the first two Home Alone movies, the original Home
Yes.
Alone,
Oh,
and then the
absolutely.
second Home Alone
Absolutely. Yeah.
movie. I've probably seen the
Yeah.
first one a few times. And then the second one, I think I've only seen it once, but I remember really, really enjoying it.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Christmas Story, I have seen
Yeah.
Christmas Story.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cute movie. So if any of you all are like really crazy about it and into it, I'd have to watch it again. But Adventure Lee's, so we love Hallmark Christmas movies, also White Christmas and Muppet Christmas Carol. Oh, I do love the Muppet Christmas Carol as well. That is a very, in fact, I'm going to click away from here really quick to my Google Docs. I think one year we made a list of favorite
We did. I'm sure we
Christmas.
did. I'm sure we did, Dane.
One year, let me see here.
Well, here's another one. Now, this one, while you're doing that, here's another one that I just kind of love, and it's Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. Um, the second one was not quite as good, but the first one I really love because I think they did a really nice job with that. It's just a really cool story, and I love Kurt Russell as Santa Claus in that. So Christmas Chronicles on Netflix. And there's a two, which is pretty good, but it's not nearly as good as the first one. But that's another one I really that's a newer one. I like it.
Alrighty, let me see here. Let me just come over here really quick, early. Quick, 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 quick. Uh,
So those are going to be probably going to be the ones that of course we love all of it. Charlie Brown Christmas will is special. It's number one on. Look at that. It's number one on Dane's list. So
yeah, here's the
yeah,
list.
yeah.
A Charlie Brown Christmas, The Polar
Hmm.
Express. Let me see if I can
Hmm.
zoom this in a little bit more.
Hmm.
Oh, that's kind of okay.
There you go. Yeah, it looks good,
Charlie
Dane.
Brown Christmas, Polar Express, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Babes in Toyland. I've not seen that one. Charlie Brown's Christmas Tales. That was a DVD that I found.
Oh, yeah.
That I have that I enjoy watching. It's got a couple different short features on it, but that's really fun. I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown. Now, I Want a Dog for Christmas, Charlie Brown has a Christmas show on it, but this one also includes Happy New Year, Charlie Brown. So if you see that, either the DVD or some kind of digital version of that, that has the New Year, Happy New Year, Charlie Brown. This is,
Okay.
here we go. Here's Christmas Vacation. This one, someone had mentioned this and when I made the list, the Great Christmas Light Fight. I'm not familiar with that. Then we have Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's the original animated. I enjoy that one. Also, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's the live action
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
what's his name? Jim Carrey. Is that
Jim
his name?
Carrey. Hmm.
Then you've got Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Christmas with the
Dream
Cranks is good. The book was better. Yeah, the book was better. I'm
Christmas with
sorry.
the Crank. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, remind me of that when
Christmas
I
with the
get down there.
Cranks. Okay.
So DreamWorks Holiday Collection has a bunch of
Hmm.
different the specials with Shrek
Oh, okay.
and Kung Fu Panda.
Mhm.
Those series had a
Mhm.
lot of little fun specials. That was a DVD set that I have. Little Women, someone has suggested. The Family Man. Disney's Christmas Carol from 2009. That was a
Mhm.
CGI film. That also was Jim Carrey. Um, the Nutcracker and the Four Realms. That's a Disney. That was a live action that came out a few years back. Um, VeggieTales. If you guys are into VeggieTales, the VeggieTales series, they have made a lot of Christmas specials throughout the years that are really fun, that are I really enjoy watching. Um, the Nativity Story is a live action telling of the Nativity Story that came out a few years ago. Um, then there's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's the special. Frosty the Snowman. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The Little Drummer Boy. Um, those are all the original specials. It's a Wonderful Life. Elf. Can't believe that's so far down on the list. Miracle on 34th Street. The Muppets Christmas Carol. The Santa Claus. And down here we have Emmett Otter and the Jug Band Christmas. And then we had Christmas with the Cranks down here. So that is. Oh,
Sorry,
there's
guys. I'm
Dawn.
not sure what not sure what happened there. Not sure what happened there.
uh,
Um, the
well,
other, did
anyway,
we have dates of the Lego Star Wars Christmas special? The
the
Lego Star Wars
Lego.
Christmas. It's awesome. It's really good. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. Okay, Dean, have you seen Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas? Have you seen that one?
I have not. That was someone else that suggested that.
How
Lego
fun!
Star
I didn't
Wars
even.
Christmas.
I made a note of that. I didn't even know that was a thing, so I'll have to watch
So
that.
I have not. Let me come back to the chat. Looks
All right,
like the
Brian.
Adventure Lee's mentioned
Mhm,
that
mhm.
one as a classic as well. Also, Brian Eisenhart, welcome in.
Mhm.
I saw him somewhere. Was it down towards the bottom? There
Right.
we are. Brian says Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. You know what? I have not seen Die Hard, so I cannot get in that conversation. I'll just say
Oh,
it does not sound like a
yeah. It
Christmas
is.
title.
It is a. To me, it is an action movie that takes place at Christmas time. It's yeah. The Lego Star Wars. The Lego Star Wars Christmas special is so. All of the Lego Star Wars specials on Disney Plus are tons of fun, y'all. If they're really cute. Uh, but yeah, so check those out. But yeah, that Star Wars Christmas special is a lot of fun. Phineas and Ferb, the Phineas and Ferb Christmas specials. There's a Phineas and Ferb movie. That's another one.
Phineas.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Phineas with a
It's PH for Phineas and F for Ferb. But yeah,
okay.
that one's really cute. Phineas and Ferb Christmas movie, and then they have specials too, which are good. And Phineas and Ferb, y'all, is making making a comeback in the parks. I saw today that you can meet Perry the Platypus at Disneyland, so I'm excited about that because we love Phineas and Ferb.
Okay, did I spell Ferb right? I
You did,
okay,
you
for
did.
Christmas, it's Christmas. Is it just Christmas or Christmas?
I'm not. Let me look. Let me look and see what the official name is. It may just be the Phineas and Ferb Christmas special. Let's see. Um, Phineas and Ferb, A Very Perry Christmas.
Welcome,
So yeah,
foolish
Phineas and
mortals.
Ferb. It's a very Perry Christmas. Perry is the platypus. There you go. That's
All
good.
right.
We love Phineas.
All right. Awesome, awesome. So eventually it says Emmett Otter was a Jim Henson production in the 70s. Really cute and a great story. Awesome, awesome. Brian
Hmm.
says, how about Grandma got run over by a reindeer? Is that a movie?
Is that? I thought it was a song. Is it a movie too?
Is that
uh, yeah. They
anyway, yeah, that's the list. I'll probably be going over that again on a live stream in December.
be fun. Look forward to it.
So anyway, with that, we're a little over an hour and we have talked a lot about Christmas to just kind of get everyone's, festive
Sure.
spirits going a little bit.
Yeah.
If my eyes are cooperating, I'm gonna do a halfway to Christmas, Once Upon a Turkey Lake tomorrow, and that's gonna be a couple of stories I'm gonna read, or maybe just
Nice.
one story. Maybe I'll pick one story if I think I can get through it and read at least one for you guys. If not, if I don't go live tomorrow night, you'll know I had to cancel that because of my crazy body.
You
But
need to, yeah, take care of yourself, Dean.
yeah, I am not gonna I won't I won't go on and on about it. But yeah, I've been working on it. Because I'm
Yeah.
hoping I want to get down to Disney World, do some
Yeah,
park streams,
absolutely.
and hopefully that'll be this week. Speaking of this week, my a summer of friends will continue on Tuesday. That'll be the 24th. My guest will be Tina Marie of Tina
Nice.
Marie's Plays. So that's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so come in. I'm going to chat with Tina. Been looking forward to that, as with all of the chats
Oh,
in
yeah.
this series.
Yeah. The interviews have been great so far, Dean. They really have.
Yeah, and I've really enjoyed them all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. And also, Hitchhiking Bones, they are live Tuesday nights as well. They're at
Or
10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central. Um, and so they will be live the next hour after I'm
mm-hmm.
live with
Back to back.
Tina Marie. Back to back
There you go.
wonderfulness
There you go.
on your YouTube-ness.
That's
Um,
right.
so anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here, talking Christmas with Dawn and I. Thank you, Dawn,
Appreciate it.
for being on the stream tonight.
Sure.
Thank you
My
all
pleasure.
watching live. Anyone watching on the replay, let me know in the comments. Bop the like button if you haven't. If you're watching and you have not subscribed to the channel, you're warmly invited. It
There
is
you go.
completely free. I do not charge. Though if you want to send me turkey legs, I won't complain. But the
Yep.
subscription is free. So guys, Merry Christmas. One
Yeah.
last quick mention. If you're on Spotify and want, let me look it up so I can show you. I don't have the link posted anywhere, but if you want a little bit of Christmas, you want to hear a little bit. If you're, this is Spotify exclusive. If you're on Spotify, I have a playlist that I created a few years ago. Hold on, I'm gonna go solo for
I remember
just
when
one
you
second.
did that, Dee.
This is some of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
Christmas music from the season. It's Merry Christmas from the Turkey Legster, and it's just a whole. It's like 8.5 hours of music that I've loved listening to. Some of it's music from movies, some of it's like classic Christmas hits, some of it's Christmas music from like the Christian music genre. And so that is on Spotify. Merry Christmas from the Turkey Legster. So, with that, guys, have a gobbletastic night, a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time.
Bye. Merry Christmas, everybody.